left off from yesterday, and we did get quite a few follow-up inquiry questions. Well, first let me say good morning. It's SmallBizDavid, and we want to thank everybody who shows up live at sba.gon, as well as the folks who are going to YouTube to understand what we are, our conversations about starting a small business. You know that I am very motivated, directed, focused on providing the social marketing, social network technology available for new businesses to be started. Get them started right now in David's Barter community. Our social marketing, social network technology platform that we have used to develop the community, that's been in development for the last 2.5 years. It has been very effective for those folks who have started a business. I have about at least a dozen landing pages in our community where I am marketing, selling, generating cash flow. And that's what the start your business process really is. Get it started, test some ideas, because you never know when you start a business if it's going to work, and you don't want to invest a lot of money, either your money or somebody else's money, in a concept that's a maybe. You want to be sure that the moment you start investing money in that business, that it is going to work for you and generate positive, profitable cash flow. Keeping those thoughts in mind, let's go back to the questions from the SBA, the Small Business Administration. They comprised about 40 questions under the main category, are you ready to start a business? And they had some general questions, some personal characteristic questions, of which we have discussed prior to today. And now we're going to go into their section of skills, experience, and training. You can find this test, and I absolutely recommend that you go to the sba.gov website, and if you search the words, are you ready to start a business, I'm sure you'll be taken to this these series of questions. And what the SBA has done with this particular series of questions, the responses will be recorded and an assessment profile will be provided. Now that assessment profile will be very important to you. First and foremost, it'll give you a clear indication if you are ready to start a business based upon the answers. And they're simple questions. They're yes or no questions, so you can really force the issue if you want to. I took the test, and I enjoy taking tests like this, and I'm going to share also a little later today a questionnaire evaluation that I took called the Entrepreneurial Aptitude Test. I knew I was an entrepreneur. I wanted to see what the aptitude test really was, and it was a good test. It was a good process. I enjoyed taking time to think about my answers to the questions, and the assessment that I got from those folks was really good. I'm going to share those results a little later today. But getting right down to the sba.gov, are you ready to start a business? Under the questions, skills, experience, and training. Do you have a business plan for the business you are planning to start? This is, we're going to talk in greater detail about this a little bit later, but I do want to answer this question that sometimes, first of all, you need a plan. You need a business plan. When you are starting a business, unless you are going to ask somebody else for money other than your own, and maybe your family and friends are going to require a business plan from you, but the detail that they require is not going to necessarily be as great as somebody who doesn't know you at all. And at some point in time, I absolutely recommend that you create a business plan. Palo Alto software, Paloalto software, for, I believe it's still less than $100. You can buy their software, and they take you through a series of questions, a lot of questions. You have to provide pretty detailed answers to these questions, and then as soon as you're done, you push a button and out comes your business plan. If you are going to go outside of your close inner circle for money and a business plan is required, I suggest some software like the Palo Alto software, although you can go online. Actually, the SBA, if you go to sba.gov, they have a skeletal outline for you for a business plan, and it'd be a good idea to see the kinds of questions that people will ask so that you will be able to respond to the expectations that somebody else has. So the point I'm trying to make is, at this point in time, do not spend lots of time creating a business plan, a very detailed. Rather, create a document that very clearly states your strategy. What is your strategy, and how are you going to achieve your strategy? Answer the who, what, when, why, where, when, and how questions. Very simple questions, and make sure at minimum those are the kinds of things that you answer as you construct a business plan. I'm going to make an admission. I went probably close to 38 years before I wrote my first business plan. I purchased the software, went through the exercise, and I have to tell you, it is one of the most valuable exercises that I ever did, because it really gave me an opportunity to clearly think about and articulate what my business plan was, what my goals and objectives were, how was I going to achieve those. So it was a great exercise, and I used to, once I did that, I used to refer to that plan. I'm going to have to find it somewhere. I have not referred to that plan in the last 2.5 years because it really has changed. The original plan changed, and a business plan can change. Let me make that point also. A business plan can change and should change, because it demonstrates clearly that you had an idea, you worked the idea, maybe it didn't work as you wanted it to work, so you change that plan a little bit because you get more information, you learn something new. A business plan must be dynamic enough to change if it is not the right plan for you to achieve your goals and objectives. Enough said for now about business plan. Do you know and understand the components of a business plan? If you don't understand them, go to sba.gov, type in small business plan, and you will get a good skeletal outline of what you need. Do you know what form of legal ownership, sole proprietor, partnership, or corporation is best for your business? We're going to get back to this question in greater detail in another module. I think it's module number... not module number 3 or 4. We get into a more detailed discussion on your legal decision. The most simple thing to do, and you want to have legal protection. You want to have it, particularly when you start a business, so you don't have to regret that you didn't have the proper legal structure later on. The most simple thing to do, and I've done it four times now, is to create an LLC, limited liability corporation, because it offers you immediate protection. Now, your cost to have a limited liability corporation, it could be very, very small. I've never done this. I'm sure you could Google search LLC, limited liability corporation, and you might even be taken to an environment where for $100 you can actually get the initial document in place. Get something in place, because you can always change what you have in place. I have an attorney friend of mine who does a limited liability corporation document for me, and he does it for less than $500. Now, because I know him and he knows me, I go that route. The most current limited liability corporation I set up was the SmallBizDavid Foundation, and I called attorney Robert up and said, Robert, I need an LLC. Here's the name of the corporation. Within 24 hours, he created the document. My legal bill from him was a little under $500. Now, just getting started, you can. I know you can buy it more cheaply than that. The reason that you've got to be very, very careful as you're getting started. And you can buy something on the internet. Somebody somewhere has an LLC skeletal document available where they'll ask you 25 questions, you'll fill in the answers, and you'll create that document. I know it's out there. The challenge is, though, that if that document ever gets challenged, you're going to have to go to an attorney and pay the legal fee anyway. My friend Robert likes to tell the story. He deals a lot with small businesses. He likes to tell the story that, unfortunately, a lot of folks take the cheapest way out. Then they create a problem. Then they have to pay me a lot of money to take care of the problem that they have created. That's the caution that I said. You can even create, here's an idea too, and it'll work. You can create a document very, very inexpensively, then take it to an attorney. Tell that attorney you want to buy 1 hour of their time to read the document that you've created, to see if it fits the state laws properly where you are situated. That's an important step to take, because you want to protect yourself. You want to protect when you set up a limited liability corporation, you are protecting you, the individual who has set up that corporation. That's why you do it. Now, there are ways that individuals can come at you as an individual, and if they really want to come at you, they're going to take that route. But a limited liability corporation creates a buffer, and and later on, well, I operated for most of my life as a sole proprietor, and that's a simple way to operate, a very simple way to operate. The tax returns, the bookkeeping that is done, very simple. You just fill out an additional IRS form that states your business and asks you the questions that the IRS requires the answers to. That was very simple, and for most of my life I operated as a sole proprietor. Then when I got into some really significant things that had more widespread kind of impact, I made the decision to go with a limited liability corporation. I am going to stop this YouTube recording